Hello everyone, I am Nikhil Yadav and we are presenting our project Vyomyantra for the entry of ATL Space Challenge 2021. The Vyomyantra project is based on making space safer, cheaper and more efficient. This project is a solution for all of the problems faced by a space mission and thus named Vyomyantra, literally meaning solution for space. It encounters the problems of robotic techniques in space mining, the most efficient way to travel to space for both tourists and astronauts, life support systems for both tourists and astronauts. All of these comprises in the topic leverage space by making space safer, cheaper and more efficient, thus making space available for everyone. So, the project statement is making space safer, cheaper and more efficient. Firstly, we will talk about the problems and solutions of asteroid mining. The biggest problem of space exploration is resources, and the biggest problem is building the spacecraft and launching it into space. This is a very costly and highly inefficient method. But what if we build spacecraft in space from asteroid resources? That will be a very efficient and also safer method to do space exploration. Asteroid mining has many potential advantages. It can push the boundaries of space to a next level. Asteroids are of three types: carbonaceous asteroid, stony, siliceous asteroids, and metallic asteroids. The most important asteroids are metallic asteroids and carbonaceous asteroids. Metallic asteroids have metals like iron, zinc, gold, platinum, copper, silver, titanium, etc. These are very valuable for building space settlement infrastructure. Carbonaceous asteroids have water and carbon, so it's the most valuable as it has water from which we can separate hydrogen and oxygen, which is used as fuel for rockets, thus making space missions extend longer. Mining these asteroids can make space infrastructure very much easier, and rare and expensive metals on Earth that are used to make electrical devices can be also cheaper. But asteroid mining has a problem. We can't go and drill on asteroid as there is no gravity that will hold the equipment. So we have to find a way to mine an asteroid without touching it. Here comes the optical mining technique. In this technique, we have to concentrate sunlight on a spot which will produce volatile gases which we can store and use. This technique has proven on Earth, so it's also workable for space. First, we have to capture the asteroid using robotic arms. We do not have to stop the asteroid. The miner will be moving with the asteroid, but it will stabilize it using solar sails. Then the asteroid will be subjected to a high intense beam of concentrated sunlight which will produce volatile gas and that will be stored in bags on the above. Afterwards, with the help of solar sails, the spacecraft will come to a space station where it will be processed, and then many other spacecrafts will be made in space and launched in space, and there will be an excess amount of fuel for them available in space. Now, the problems and solution for transportation to and from space. When we think of launching something into space, rocket pictures come into our mind. The rockets are large containers of fuel and with just a teeny tip of payload, which makes it a very inefficient, dangerous and expensive. It's not good for longer and farther missions as the majority of the fuel is wasted in escaping the Earth's gravity, which makes it very expensive and is also halting the space tourism. But when there is hope, there is a way. Launching with fuel is, as discussed, very expensive, but there is a way we can launch big payloads in space with very minute fuel, not for escaping gravity, for correction or some adjustments in space. How? With spin launch. Spin launch mechanism works like a round catapult. It rotates the payload to a high speed and then leave it, accelerating the payload to 8,000 km per hour at 35-degree angle. Actually, the payload is accelerated in a vacuum chamber of 100 meters diameter and it's rotated at 7 revolutions per second. It's looking like a very slow, but because of huge chamber, it will accelerate the payload to 8,000 km per hour. The centripetal force of the arm having the payload should be more than centrifugal force, or it will punch through the chamber at such great speeds. This picture will explain the calculations we have done for this. This is how we took out the revolutions per second at appropriate radius of the arm. Spin launch can launch satellites and AI spacecrafts, but for human spacecrafts, there is a problem: G-force. G-force is the force where the sudden force of acceleration increases the gravity. A normal human can handle 4G force and astronauts can handle up to 7G. And in spin launch also the G-force will go to near to 7G, so spin launch won't be accessible for tourism, but there is a hope that the shock absorbing material Sobrathon can absorb G-force, but we are not sure if it works.
Speaking of tourism, there is one more way where the cost of travel will be like going to foreign country in half of the business class seat in aeroplanes by space balloons. A big balloon filled with hydrogen can lift a space capsule to 50 kilometers. The magnificent view is also amazing and it will reach 50 kilometers. It takes almost 2 hours so tourists can enjoy the view for a longer time. Now the spin launch system can accelerate the payload till 61 kilometers, after which it would have to use fuel. But there is one more way. Take the spin launch system to space without any climb chamber, and the arm extend to 90 kilometers, a counterweight on opposite side to make it rotate in its orbit vertically. Voila! Here is the skyhook. Skyhook is a big hook in space which can catch an object in mid-atmosphere and accelerate capture the payload to its desired orbit, or even outside of the Earth's sphere of influence. It's about as safe for human. It would be like the spin launch system but in space with a catching mechanism. The payload launched from the spin launch, as said, will go 61 km above from there. Skyhook will capture the payload and accelerate to its desired location. Same for the space balloon. As we are advancing, we will go to new planets and eventually settle there. So this deep space transformation can be done by Skyhook. The space balloon can be as said will go to 50 kilometers from where the skyhook will catch. The capsule will be attached to the moon, Mars, and ahead. The fuel needed here will minute, and the spaceship can have 100 passengers. The spaceship will have all the same amenities like business class seat, and the skyhook can also be used to land the spaceship on a planet by catching it and accelerating it downwards to the ground, which can be landed using parachute. The spaceship of the space balloon will have a triangle type of shaped, and the spaceship of spin launch will be teardrop shaped. System problem and solution. Life support system means to have a Earth-like situation in a closed artificial environment which is suitable for living. We can build big domes and artificial weather in it, but we can't build gravity. And when we are in space, there is microgravity, which is million times weaker than Earth gravity. But we can make a fake gravity. Here's come the centrifugal force. When we rotate a toroid space-shaped object at a speed, the force acts outward, which can replicate gravity. This is called artificial gravity. But there is a problem. If we build small toroid, we have to rotate it at greater speed, which will be not appropriate for fauna. The revolution per minute will be lower and it will replicate will replicate Earth-like gravity. Uh, Now, to build a huge asteroid, we will have to build in space so far that we will use resource from asteroid mining. The structure should be very strong, so it will make made from nitride nanotubes. For strength, silicon bucky structure for power transmission, aerogel gas for insulation, titanium for strength, magnesium for strength, lead for radiation shielding, solar panel for energy generation. The life support system for astronauts will be connected with the residential system, but it will not have gravity as many of the experiments are to be done in absence of gravity or microgravity. Yet it will be joined with the residential asteroid so they can go and come into the space station using the airlock and live a healthy life.